All across the country,
students like me
like me,
are walking together
to bring suicide
and mental health
out of the darkness.
When you're dealing with suicide and depression, it can feel like you're the only person who's going through it.
Out of the Darkness Campus Walk shows you that you're not alone.
Everybody has these struggles, and it's okay to talk to people. Talking really helps a lot.
This is not a shameful thing. This is something that we can come together and overcome.
The Out of the Darkness Walk is a hopeful place. It makes you realize that you're not alone and that your feelings are completely valid.
The experience was so positive, and I have a support network here that I couldn't have gotten anywhere else. If suicide has touched your life in any way, please join us for an Out of the Darkness Campus Walk.
There's a lot of other people out there who are struggling or who have known somebody who struggled, and they're here. They've made it out of the darkness, and they're here to help you find your way too.
Walk with us.
walk with us.
You belong here.
We're all in this fight together.
Register today at afsp.org/campuswalks.
Hi everyone, welcome to the first annual British International School of Washington's Out of the Darkness Campus Walk. I'm Ellen Shannon, Area Director for the National Capital Area Chapter of the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. It is an honor to welcome each and every one of you here today to kick off the online opening ceremony and the main walk event. While I wish that we were able to safely gather together physically, as we typically do for our campus walks, I am so glad that we are still together to fight suicide right here, right now, as we get ready to make our marks and leave our footprints all across the DMV and beyond. As we prepare to walk, or whatever it is you may be doing to honor this experience in your own way, it is important that we acknowledge all of our connections that bring us together today. And whether you are here to honor a loved one lost or a personal struggle, to celebrate a victory, or you are here to support a family member or your friends, we are so grateful that you have joined AFSP and BISW to help create a culture that is smart about mental health. We have a great online program in store for you today, so I hope you will stick with us right here for the next few minutes as you prepare to walk. We will be highlighting AFSP's life-saving mission and work to save lives and bring hope to those affected by suicide. We'll be sharing personal stories of hope, giving shout outs to our volunteers, top fundraisers and teams, and even be taking to social media using our hashtags StopSuicideBISW and StopSuicideNCAC to show our community how each of us are uniquely honoring today's walk event. And if you haven't already, I want to encourage you to scroll down the walk's website at afsp.org/BISW. There's a ton of great information on there to help you safely share your own story and to be the voice to stop suicide. We have activities of hope and healing, as well as some creative ideas for how you can raise awareness. And of course, we have links on there where you can find AFSP's free programs, resources, and support. Thank you again for joining us here and walking with us on this beautiful, sunny March Saturday. We hope you will have a truly meaningful experience. So, without further ado, I want to introduce the BISW student who made all of this possible and has been working on this event for nearly a year now. I would like to introduce you to BISW's 2021 Campus Walk Chair, Dennis Rivard.
I'm Dennis Rivard, the Walk Chair for the BISW Out of the Darkness Campus Walk. I first learned about AFSP while searching for ways I could help my community. However, for me, I wanted to do something more ambitious for my charity work. I searched for something that could really strengthen not only my community, but myself as well. While we try not to think about it, it's likely affected someone we know. Every day, another tragedy occurs, another person loses hope, and another community has to grieve a loss. In the US alone, this adds up to the 10th leading cause of death. But this isn't something to lose courage over. Suicide is preventable, and it's something anyone can prevent. Together, we're fighting to stop it forever. We're working to create a society that doesn't disregard mental health, creating a culture that's smart about mental health and one that takes action to prevent suicide. Communities, parents, individuals, all living in a world without suicide. I want to thank AFSP, and especially my team, for all of their hard work. I also want to thank BISW and Ms. Deck for making this possible. Finally, I want to thank all of you and making sure our cause is something we can achieve.
Hello everyone, I'm Devin DiCataldo, or Miss D, the counselor at the British International School of Washington. I want to thank you all for joining us for our inaugural BISW Out of the Darkness Walk. As a counselor, I know how important it is to talk about mental health and to make these conversations less stigmatized. I was really excited when Dennis, our walk chair, brought up the idea of hosting an event in support of the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. I remember the first Out of the Darkness walk that I participated in when I was in college and the positive impact that it had on my friends and I. In my line of work, what I know is that talk saves lives, and I'm so proud of our students for bringing these conversations about mental health into the light. Thank you all for being here today and for your support of the life-saving work that the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention does. I hope that we all get to see each other next year for our in-person Out of the Darkness walk. Lastly, I want to thank our amazing students who made this event happen and for all of their hard work. Britt, Gwen, Leo, Jess, Kaiden, Rhea, and Tamor, you did an amazing job. And I especially want to thank Dennis, our chair, for inspiring the BISW community to take action to prevent suicide and for all of your very, very hard work on this event. I'm so proud of you all, and thank you all for being here.
Hi, Christine Moutier, Chief Medical Officer at AFSP. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for participating in our campus walks. This is how we raise awareness and funds. It's how we come together to shed stigma, to live more authentically and connect with one another. It is so important. Know that you are not alone, and by taking this step, you're helping others to feel supported and connected and not alone. The funds that you raise are used for our signature project 2025, aiming to reduce the national rate of suicide 20% by 2025. And that is what puts on our advocacy efforts and our prevention and loss and healing programs. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful walk, and I wish you well.
Hey everybody, my name is Allie Walker. I am board chair for the National Capital Area Chapter of the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. I wanted to thank you so much for coming out today to walk with your campus in support of our mission to save lives and bring hope to those affected by suicide. I can't tell you how much what you're doing means to me and to many others like me who've been personally impacted by suicide. When I was in high school, a friend of mine was struggling a lot with his mental health. And at the time, I really didn't have the resources or the knowledge to know what to do to help him other than to be his friend. I wanted to thank you because what you're doing raises awareness and helps contribute to what we're doing to teach others how to help people like my friend. And so, know that what you're doing today, getting out there and walking with your campus in solidarity with suicide prevention, is making a really big impact on your community. So I commend you for all your hard work, for fundraising, for doing all of the things that you've been doing on campus to get people to come out and walk with you today, and I hope you have an awesome day.
While we are nearing the end of our program, I would be remiss if I didn't take this opportunity to recognize and thank the British International School of Washington for allowing us to host this event at your school. I'd also like to thank our top fundraisers and teams, dedicated walk leadership and volunteers, and of course the National Capital Area Chapter Volunteer Board of Directors, without whom the BISW Campus Walk and our AFSP National Capital Area Chapter would not be possible. So first, to kick things off, we'd love to recognize our outstanding leading lifesavers. Please note these top fundraising numbers are as of 3 p.m. on Friday because this video is in fact pre-recorded. Therefore, this all may have changed between then and now and can certainly continue to change between now and June 30th when the fundraising website closes. So to see all the real-time leaderboard and leading lifesavers, just scroll down to the bottom of the walk website at afsp.org/BISW. So our top 5 teams as of 3 p.m. on Friday are Survivors, Miller White Family, Windmill, AFSP Committee, and congrats to our top fundraising team for 2021, Team BISW staff. Next, we have our top 5 fundraisers: Dennis Rivard, Gwen Morgan, Devin DiCataldo, Jess Lee, and congrats to our top fundraising walker as of 3 p.m. on Friday for 2021 is Liam Mulligan. And of course, thank you to all of our leading lifesavers and fundraisers and teams. Each and every one of you have contributed to this event's success and the impact of our life-saving mission. Next, I'd like to recognize all of our passionate volunteers who have worked so very hard to make today possible. First, thank you to BISW student and Campus Walk Chair Dennis Rivard. Dennis reached out to me nearly a year ago to learn more about AFSP and how we could work together to bring hope and save lives in our community. Despite the challenges brought forth by a global pandemic, Dennis has worked tirelessly to raise awareness and support for suicide prevention and to make today a reality. Thank you so much, Dennis. And right there with him every step of the way has been BISW school counselor and staff lead on this project, Devin DiCataldo, who has done an incredible job supporting Dennis and his Out of the Darkness committee from day one. Miss D, we couldn't have done this without you. And speaking of the committee, we absolutely have to recognize these amazing students who have selflessly volunteered their time to get the word out there, sign people up, and raise funds so we can meet our $5,000 goal, to which we are so very close, and I truly believe that together we can get there today. Thank you to Mina, Agnes, Leah, Jess, Leo, Gwen, Britt, Rhea, Jasmine, Susie, Kaden, and Tamor. You all are rock stars. Thank you so much for all you have done. And of course, last but not least, there's the National Capital Area Chapter Board of Directors. These dedicated volunteers not only serve as the advisory body for NCAC, but they are also responsible for ensuring AFSP's mission in our community is maximized through our chapter programs, initiatives, activities, and fundraising efforts. They spend countless hours leading chapter departments and volunteer committees, including everything from education and loss and healing to marketing and development, and of course our Out of the Darkness campus and community walks. The work of our chapter, which in many ways has had to be reinvented in the last year to ensure the continued strength of our impact, is thanks to their and all of our volunteers' dedication and leadership. And finally, our participants, volunteers, supporters, and those we serve are precisely why the AFSP National Capital Area Chapter and the BISW Out of the Darkness Campus Walk exist. And it is because of you that we are able to do the life-saving work that we do and bring hope to so many, particularly right now when we need it most. Thank you for all of your outstanding dedication to raising funds and awareness, and for sticking with us and sticking together to fight suicide. All right, so it's almost time to get walking and kick off the start of our 2021 BISW Out of the Darkness Campus Walk. But first, I want to remind everyone to please share your experiences with our community on social media to show the world how we are still together to fight suicide. As you walk or do another awareness-raising activity, please be sure to take and post lots of pics and videos on social media. We want to see what you're doing. Use the hashtags StopSuicideBISW and StopSuicideNCAC. Update your profile pic with an AFSP Out of the Darkness Campus Walk frame, which you can download from the Walk's website. Don't forget to share your fundraising link and ask your friends and followers to join you by supporting and giving to your life-saving efforts. Keep in mind, your fundraising link will stay active until June 30th, so if you haven't earned your official 2021 BISW Campus Walk t-shirt, or you don't hit your goal by today, there's still plenty of time to get there. And of course, these tips and so much more can be found at afsp.org/BISW. Well, the time has finally come to get going. So grab your masks, strap on your shoes, and let the 2021 British International School of Washington's Out of the Darkness Campus Walk begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.